we all have the impulse for seeking approval. And there is an inherent, inescapable offense in the message of the gospel. What did the Lord tell his disciples in John 15? They hated me, they will hate you. And we can fall into the trap of thinking, if we can just thread the needle, we can present the gospel in such a palatable way that everybody will be cool and groovy with it. That nobody will oppose it. Nobody will have a problem. They'll just go, gee, that is nice. I like it. But the gospel begins with the confrontation of our sin, as we saw in Ephesians 2, that we are dead in trespasses and sins, and that we're naturally deserving of the wrath of God. That's where it starts, and we have to be honest about our own condition. That brings offense. And then from there, the next step is not only are you dead in trespasses and sins, but you could never be good enough to extricate yourself from this problem. Nothing you could do, nothing you could learn, no amount of education or work or white-knuckle discipline or do-goodism or altruism or charity, nothing you could ever do could commend you to a perfect and holy God. Of course that message is offensive. So it goes from dead and doomed before a holy God to hopeless, and then it goes to the exclusivity of Christ, right? Not only are you dead in your sin, but you could never solve it, and only Jesus ever could. Right? Regardless of where you were raised or what you grew up in or how relatively, equal most religions seem, they're all saying about the same thing. No, the gospel says we're dead in sin, we're helpless before a holy God, and only Jesus, the perfect, sinless, eternal, infinite Son of God, who died in our place and bore the guilt of our sin, only he can save us, only when we trust in him, because he alone is the way, the truth, and the life. That's never going to be a message that we can just polish all the corners off enough so that it's not offensive to people. And the only way to make it not offensive is to remove the essential core components of it, which is what had happened here. Let's have a Christianity without resurrection. Well, this isn't Christianity anymore, because you have to have the resurrection. And so we understand that none of this is an encouragement, therefore, to be abrasive. We're called to be good to people, recognizing that they will still oppose us because of Christ.